Yeah, what the deal is? Wonder why them thoughts about us still appealing. Wonder why your boy still caught up in his feelings. Wanna trade these inner demons for some dollars, man, you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, brother? It's Brother Pocan here from Great Bridge Lodge number 257. Today we're going to dive into the world of two professions, and we're going to merge them together. Those two professions are, very simply, being an artificer, skillful worker of brass and other metals, more especially silver in this case, and alchemy. We're going to be playing with some acids today. I say play. Listen, take this stuff seriously. The type of acid we're going to be using today, nitric acid, does give off a poisonous gas when it is mixed with copper and things like that. So, don't take this video as a how-to, right? This is just show you something cool, and if it's something that you want to go down that rabbit hole on, definitely get the training and everything that you need. Protective gear, the whole 9 yards. Laboratory grade flask. I mean, just if this is something that you want to do it right. Safe is smart. So behind me I got a bunch of math, you saw, right? Boom. All this stuff is not to be intimidated. This is just an equation that I use to determine how much distilled water I need, which I need 660 milliliters, and I need 220 milliliters of nitric acid, and that will dissolve 641 grams of silver. I want to do small batches of this. I don't want to do a whole lot, and it will dissolve the 925. And then what we'll do is we'll just, out of the solution, take just the silver out of it. Meaning we're going to precipitate it back into its silver chloride form and then process it from there. This is going to be a longer video, I know. I really try not to make super long videos, but this is such an interesting process to me that I love, and it is something that people can learn. You don't just go out and do this stuff. Alright, so chemicals that we're going to be playing with real quick. Boom! We got 76% nitric acid. This is the deadly stuff. When you mix this with copper, it creates a poisonous gas. I'll show you the poisonous gas in it. We are not breathing it in. We will be wearing masks. Door will be open, and a fan will be blowing everything out. And I'm even going to, down below, have something to kind of suction down the air and filtrate it out. Muriatic acid, or hydrochloric acid, is generally referred to as that. Distilled water, flask, measuring devices, scales, everything else under the sun, so we can get 240 grams at a time, because I actually have quite a bit. I have what you saw, and then I got a bunch of tubes like this. So yeah, we're going to be purifying all that, and we're going to give ourselves another brick of 999 silver. With the refinery shut down right now and silver's at an all-time high, you don't really have much of a choice if you want to dump this stuff other than to purify it. They're not taking 925 or anything under 999 right now. Silver's at an all-time high. It's almost like it's planned that way. Okay, enough of my conspiracy theories. Let's start melting down some silver, pour some shot, and then we'll follow the process through there. Once we dilute it, we'll come back and we'll tell you what's next. Let's go.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside when there's no shelter to hide. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all just fight till we die. Is this an argument or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument, or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises, or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small, way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small, way back before we blew it all. I know that things seem bad, but they could be much worse. There's always someone else who has a greater curse, a greater thirst, a hunger, pain, and mercy. Just find whatever you got and try to be thankful first. I wanna feel again, I need a couple friends. I never really understood just how the story ends, but I can feel it's tense, don't know the consequence. The volatility of life, my only confidence. Is this an argument, or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument, or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises, or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small, way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small, way back before we blew it all.
All right, brothers, here we go. Check it out. Here's what we got. We got this beautiful bluish green solution. You can see we still got some of the red poisonous cloud. I'm gonna wait till all of that dissipates before we move forward. A couple of things we need to know right now is that we're not going to get the full 241 grams or 7.75 ounces. We're not going to get that because we're taking something away from it, right? We're minusing 7.5% of that. Remember, we're dealing with 925, which means we're not dealing with 999 silver. So we got to minus out 7.5%. So basically, that's our original number, 241 grams. Troy ounce, that gives us 7.75 troy ounces. We minus off 7.5% of that. That puts us at 223.9 or 7.20 troy ounces. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it in ish because sometimes not everything dissipates, and sometimes there might be some other sort of metal in there. So we don't really know where this stuff was manufactured, produced. I could have done some research on it. Truth is, an acid test to see if it's silver is good enough for me. So we're going to cook all that out. But no, regardless, we should end up in that 999 or 998, something. We're in the area where a refinery will take it. That's pretty cool. I like math. Math is important. So we got a couple more hours before that completely is done. What I'm going to also do, and I should add this in there, is I'm going to make sure that the solution is done by adding more silver to it. When it stops eating the silver or putting it into solution, that's when I know that I'm at capacity in the liquid. Like it can't take any more silver in it, and it will stop eating the silver. So I'll just be adding little granulars to it every now and then just to see if it eats it up pretty quick once this batch is done. That's a lot. It's a lot of talking. Let's let this stuff acid out, and then we'll get over to the next phase where we're going to add some muriatic acid to it, or hydrochloric acid, and see if we can't make silver chloride, a white powder that has unique properties. I'll show it to you. It'll be pretty cool. Stay tuned.
It's a new day, and nothing's really quite going your way. You got bad news that's confusing. You got sad news that you're wounded. And it feels like the worst time. You're worried and scared and not fine. You feel unprepared with no signs. Well, it'll be alright, you just gotta fight. What about things things happen to the best of us. It seems like they should be blessed. They just might be angels here as guests, teaching us to be our best. When everything breaks at the seams and you feel like you're losing belief, well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong when it all falls apart and goes wrong. When you feel let down and so lost, and it feels like you can't hold on, well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong. 'Cause sometimes things go wrong, and one day everything's gone, but you can make it out and move on. So damn it, you just gotta stay strong. You know that it sucks and it hurts. It's like you've been cursed by the world at its worst. I'm sorry, I know you can't see it, but maybe all these things happen to you for a reason. So stay strong and push through it. Your willpower is everything you got, don't lose it. And one day things will get better. You just gotta get through the stormy weather. What about things happen to the...
But yeah, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to let that settle down a little bit more, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take the white powder that's in here. It's slightly turning purple. The reason why it's turning purple, UV sunlight turns it purple. It doesn't do anything to it, just turns it a different color. You'll see more of that here in a minute. Then our next phase, while the waste sets, we're going to add lye, water, and sugar to kind of bring it back out into what is known as a silver cement. Looks like dirt, gray dirt, right? Instead of a fine white powder or purple. In this case, it will turn into more of a grayish cement color. And that's what we're really trying to get to, because we really want to melt that. Technically, I could melt this powder right now, but it's going to put off so much gas, and it's just a mess. And the truth is, you're still not completely clean. You still have a lot of chloride in there as well. So let's get all this cleaned up. Got our lye, water, sugar, stir, and probably repeat in a few weeks because I got more silver coming. Let's go.
Stormy weather. What about things happen to the best of us? It seems like they should be blessed. They just might be angels here as guests, teaching us to be our best. When everything breaks at the seams and you feel like you're losing belief, well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong when it all falls apart and goes wrong. When you feel let down and so lost, and it feels like you can't hold on, well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong. 'Cause sometimes things go wrong, and one day everything's gone, but you can make it out and move on. So damn it, you just gotta stay strong.
Alright guys, welcome back. We're about to do our melt. So what does silver look like when it's in its most purest form, right? It's not the shiny bar. It actually looks like dirt. We got about 9 ounces here. It's really hard to tell just between dirt, but this is what silver looks like when it's in its purest form. 999 or better. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour a couple of a 5 ounce bar and then a 1 ounce coin. One of my coins for my Evil Layer Projects and Builds channel. We're going to do that. I really like these molds because the cavity's only on this side. It's not a split cavity, so I won't get that weird seam. And it's got the nice little vent hole in it. I love these. These are from PMC. They're a metalworking type company. They sell blacksmithing stuff, casting stuff. They're really good, really fast, really great. This is not a promotional. They're not. They don't run ads on this channel or anything like that, but when I see quality work, I definitely want to share that with you. So good job on those guys. These things are beautiful. They're nice and thick, so they'll retain heat, cool down slowly, and that's going to be key. When pouring any type of molten metal into a mold or even a sand cast, guys, it has to be hot when you pour it in, meaning the mold itself. So we got to heat up these molds, And of course, you got to bring your metal up to temperature, and there cannot be any water in it. Otherwise, it's just going to expand and explode because the steam's just going to want to get out of there, even with the valve. It's just going to pop, and then you get stuff all over your face, scarring, and let's be honest, some of you out there, you don't need that. You're already kind of hurting on the looks category, so let's, I'm just kidding. I know I don't need it, put it that way. All right, so we're just going to use a regular old crucible on this one. Got some MAP gas. We're going to go ahead and pour this. So this has been a long time. This is a long video. So let's just get this done. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
Alright, brothers, sisters, and everybody watching this, we're done. We made ourselves some bars. And we had some left over. Remember, I did 9 ounces. This isn't the full 9 ounces. We got almost 2 ounces worth in a round. That's my Evil Layer logo. I've had this mold forever now. It's really cool. The stamps did not come out well in this. It's because of what I used. But I'll be able to go back and stamp those later. Sure, this video took long enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and call it quits here. So while the stamps didn't work out because I tried to use in my leather bag, it's almost 2 ounces worth of silver right there. Boom. And then we got our little 1 ouncer, and this came out better than I thought it would. That's going to take a second while I'm talking. You can see 999 and then a little maker's mark on there. I decided to use the Masonic one. Not to influence anybody into buying it in any way. It was just something I recently bought for future projects here on the channel. So I thought it'd be cool to test it out today since it just came in. So yeah, got a little Masonic emblem on there. Again, just to be, you know, kind of cool. I cocked it sideways because I thought that would look cool. 999. And then we got our big 5 ounce bar. I'm really proud of this one. This one worked out better. This is easier to do when you're dealing with bigger pieces of metal. I would probably recommend that, like the bigger bar I showed you all earlier, something like that. But that came out probably the best out of all of them. put another little Masonic emblem in there. We got our 999. And just to verify that they're 999, I took them to a friend of mine at a jewelry shop. He's got one of those little fancy scanners. Boop, boop. And he came up with, it's 9997. That's pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's better than I thought I was gonna. I thought I would just be right there at the 999. So yeah, like 100% silver. That would have been the dirt we saw earlier. We don't want that. We want shiny bars. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. And I really love working with silver. Silver is a unique metal. It has its place in masonry, has its place in alchemy, and it has its place in artificer work as being probably one of the more noble elements to work with. So I'm super happy to work with it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. More importantly, I hope you enjoyed the music. Hey, if you guys want to see more stuff like this, hey, let me know. I have some gold here, I got some platinum, I got titanium, I got it all. Like bronze, got it. You know, if you want to see more stuff like this, definitely let me know down below. Or if you got a suggestion here in the old Masonic maker space, let me know. Like, I'm really curious what we can do here and how fast I can get it out to you guys. I want you to challenge me. Alright guys, that's all I got. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye.
Yeah. So dedicated to the ones that feel alone, that ain't no one gonna hear what they've been saying. Yeah. And I've been relating, cause I felt the same myself, thinking that ain't no one gonna come around when you're yelling for help. So they just